So this is my tank. This is such a lovely thing actually. As I have a rather smaller one, no, that cuts from another one. The one that I used to have has some kind of issues. Cut it out. Yeah, cut it sort of started. So to have the kind of signs of leaking. So I had to kind of try to sort of get replacement. And this is the tank that I got for the replacement. And it's a little bit bigger than one that I used to have, and I'm so far that I'm quite satisfied with that. So you can see that I have quite a few fish here in the tank, and I'm basically very much into tetra fish, which is of course out of this sort of different species from the transcendent family. And I'm pretty much kind of into out of those, with a rather sort of small size. Although actually I'm also kind of into some bigger size fish, but I really don't have such tanks or kind of for me to actually to sort of host any of those bigger sized transcendent fish. So I have to kind of make a choice, and and besides I was kind of into those sort of smaller tetra fish. So this is really rather kind of a tank that I can really satisfy with at the moment. And again, being able to sort of collect out of those different types of tetra that I can, and I'm able to afford to. It is really such a pleasure, a huge pleasure actually. Yeah, so you can see that actually I've got quite a few kind of different types of tetra. Some of them are really sort of very normal tetra fish, which probably are able to kind of see in the market very easily. Some of them are rather rare. It could be kind of rare actually. I mean, some of them I don't even know the name of honestly, because I mean I may do sort of guess their genus, but that probably is not. That could have come from actually just exactly kind of identify them. And I don't really think that there are quite a few people out there that are able to identify them either. But it's still kind of cool actually, because this is kind of a learning process for me. I can also be able to kind of go for go to someone else to kind of ask if they know this fish, if they have any kind of idea about this fish, if they kind of identify them. It's really kind of interesting, especially the ones that you're able to sort of identify your own fish in. To actually kind of get to know, oh, this is the fish that I have got, or oh, this is the fish that I have grabbed before, but I'd never really kind of get the chance to kind of link them together, or never kind of got a chance to actually just sort of have a real one in a tank. So that's pretty cool actually. So as you can see, yeah, I mean, I have got kind of a species from quite a few kind of particular genuses. Especially from Hennegrams and Havsbracken. Actually, that probably is the kind of case probably for a lot of hobbyists actually, who are quite kind of into sort of having or collecting or maintaining like tetra fish, because it seems like there are more kind of members, or kind of there are more kind of members in those two particular genuses, I suppose, Havsbracken and Hennegrams. And also it's much easier for you to kind of find them probably in the market, I guess. See, like I've got Havsbracken building. I think like you're able to kind of see them very easily over there. And I've got two types of them actually, because there are at least, I think that probably there are at least two types of Havsbracken building. So according to where they're actually from, because some of them actually originates from some kind of certain sort of areas or kind of certain rivers, and the others actually kind of come from another area. So basically, usually we're able to kind of see two types of Havsbracken domain. One of them actually has rather sort of not really kind of reddish eyes, but you're able to kind of see the sort of reddish color more from their eyes. And the other one, you're able to kind of see some kind of bluish reflection from their eyes. And I've got both of them, which is pretty cool actually. I would say that sometimes I really do prefer the one with the rather, without a kind of bluish reflection in their eyes, because with that type of Havsbracken Velmain, when they kind of become adults, or when they kind of try to when they try to kind of fight with each other, you're able to see such a great coloration from their bodies actually, and they are able to have such kind of a pretty reddish dots, reddish spots sort of on their fins. No, I mean like their under tails. Under tails. And that's really pretty actually. I've seen some of them kind of being able to have such kind of a great coloration. That's amazing. I mean, it almost kind of totally transforms them sort of into something else, into another. It's almost like you're now able to kind of recognize them. That's that's just how beautiful they're able to become, you know. And also I think you're able to kind of see how you're able to see serpentis actually, which is really kind of interesting because you're able to see the serpentis crigae, I think. Yeah, exactly. You're able to see them over there in the tank. How to say that actually, you know, sort of except for hemigrammus and hepsabrichin, I'm really kind of into species from this particular genus, serpentis. I have to say that actually hemigrammus is not really like my favorite genus, sort of out of those genuses, sort of in the tetra world. But I'm particularly into hepsabrichin and serpentis. I don't know why, but I just love the species from those two genus very much. But it's really not that kind of easy to get species. I mean, it's kind of easier to get species from hepsabrichin genus, but it's not that kind of easy to get the species from serpentis genus because it seems like it's just not that much of the kind of members from this genus to be sold in market. So usually we're able to kind of get the serpentis crigae, as you can see, and also we're able to kind of get serpentis sp. I'm sorry, not serpentis. Serpentis crigae sp. I think it's called that. It's very much similar to serpentis crigae, but it has the red fins. Yeah, it has red fins actually, and yeah, they pretty much kind of look similar to each other. But when what is serpentis sp? You know, when again kind of with the male, you know, with the males when they kind of become to be in the mood, they're able to kind of have out their fins sort of reddish, and it looks really good. It looks really pretty actually. And also, kind of something kind of interesting with with serpentis is, you know, kind of with both of serpentis crigae and also serpentis sp is that when they are really kind of in the mood, their eyes will turn to be sort of like fully black, fully black. That's really pretty somehow, and you're able to kind of tell about that sort of about their moods or about if they about their status somehow, you know, if they're doing good or not. You know, it's really kind of interesting. And also right now you're able to see hemigrammus sticus there in the focus, I think. That's also a pretty lovely touch up from hemigrammus genus. Yeah, I mean, like, again, actually, I don't really have that kind of a good sort of competition provided for them, because if I do, you know, if you kind of put them into a rather well-planted tank, then they're able to kind of show such great rich color around their tail, actually. That will be really pretty. And also you're able to see the hepsabrichin columbus red fins over there, I think. Yeah, I think actually I've got them male-raised one, so they have some kind of issues, you know, with their body shape somehow. They're a little bit, I mean, like, I think I'm probably kind of with the with the weld videos, they usually should have rather sort of like a longer body shape. But right now the one actually, I mean, the ones that I've got, they look rather sort of like short, and I mean, they kind of look like a dwarf somehow. But still, they look pretty. And of course, I've got amber tetras, which is rather kind of like normal tetrafish. You're able to see probably very easily. And I've got what else have I got? I've got black sword tetra. Those two, I mean, the black sword tetra you're able to kind of see over there actually are bred by me. They're not their parents. I mean, unfortunately, their parents already passed away, but well, they've survived, and I bred them kind of like 2 years ago, I guess, which has already been kind of a long time now. That's really cool. And I've also got some other kind of like tetrafish over there, which some of that could be able to tell the names of theirs. The one you're able to see over there, kind of just sort of like sort of sticking out there, very close to the surface of the water. So I think, I don't know. I've been trying to identify them, but I couldn't. I don't know if I have to say, but I do think that this one could be from Astyanax. I mean, I don't know if I pronounced the name of the genus correctly. I think that's called Astyanax, because it looks a little like the species from the genus, but I'm not so sure. And I've got several other kind of tetrafish sort of around that one. I think I know the genus name. I think I know the genus name of theirs, but I don't sort of exactly know their like scientific names. I think actually, I mean, they could be the species from hemigrammus genus, but I'm not so sure. But it looks really pretty. And they really do look pretty, like, seriously. Yeah. Um, I think, I mean, there are actually more kind of species in my tank, but again, kind of some of them, it's really difficult for them to remember their set of name or even to kind of code a set of name. Oh, you have to set that one in touch. It's a rainbow in touch actually. It's not the normal one. I've also kind of got quite a few sort of other. I think I should get him Grimace and Guianesis. I'm not so sure actually. It looks a little bit different from the one that I used to, I mean from the picture that I used to see. Oh, there's this, yeah, that one over there, kind of, which swims really sort of like a bit weirdly, a bit bizarrely. That's the one from, I don't remember the kind of the full name of the genus, but the name of the genus starts with, with the letter C. It's a pretty interesting genus. All of the species in the genus look pretty much kind of, with, with very similar bad shape, but they do sort of have, I don't think they also do have such kind of similar such habits or kind of behaviors, because they sometimes could be a little bit aggressive, and some of them actually could be could be able to kind of become very big, probably kind of like 6 or 7 centimeters, I guess, sort of kind of in length. But with this one, it's easier. It's pretty cool. Actually, I like this one very much. Actually, it's also pretty much kind of easy to maintain, and also it's able to grow very fast, which is really interesting. With other fish over there, I've got another one over there. Yeah, you can see the one. It kind of looks a bit weird. It looks pretty much kind of different actually. It looks, but like again, I can't remember the full name of their set of name actually. But also that one, I don't know. I'd be able to say that one actually. I probably have to sort of do another beta later, particularly instead of concentrating on that one. But that one looks really cool. So anyway, you're able to see probably sort of like the most of the species in the tank at the moment in focus, which is really good. I've also got a helps breaking Robertsy and also helps breaking Pop Cave here in this tank at the moment. But what I usually kind of stay sort of in the lower part of the tank, so probably it's not kind of like an easy to see them. I would try to do something. And also I've got a Serpenus Sturday, I've got Hepspriken Takeshi. Yeah. I'll try to. I guess I don't know if you guys are able to kind of see them more clearly, but you probably should. Revenues, of course, I've got revenues there. I've got Brekkan Tetra. It's pretty easy to maintain Brekkan Tetra and it's a Braden, which is cool. Yeah. Anyway, so I've got some other fish there. Pretty cool. Yeah, being able to kind of have them there. Yeah. Right now, I guess you can see them a bit more cool and a bit more kind of closely, right? They're just sitting very close. It's very cool. See? They have the breaking kind of this rectangles. They look really pretty. And this has a breaking domain. And Grimace, stick this. Very good breeding actually. Very good. And I also have some other category, but much smaller Hungarian tetras, I think. I think they're from the Hungarian genus, but they're red tiny. They look pretty good. Actually, I can't really sort of name them. I think actually I do have my honeycombs Armstrongian, but I don't really know if that really is the one because they do have some very kind of different or some very sort of doubtful coloration somehow compared to the Armstrong I used to see. So I think that their intensity probably kind of stays or kind of remains mysterious. You know, kind of remains happening at the moment. Yeah, you're able to see that little tetra over there, right? Probably above the, well, anyway, just, you know, sort of like around the top of the focus, top of the screen of the picture, whatever it is. But about, yeah, there are some kind of interesting tetrafish. I think that actually are hemichromis species. Yeah, they look pretty good. So I'll currently focus here on just doing kind of enjoy the fish a little bit, and without me sort of saying things randomly and kind of disturbing you guys. Hopefully you guys are able to kind of enjoy my fish, and I do have another 2 tanks, and I think that probably I'll just shot videos later sort of about my other 2 tanks there. There are some other very lovely fish out there actually, especially with one of them. It has a lot of very interesting species there, and hopefully you guys will also cover just species over there. And just enjoy.